Hey guys, Justin here with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing the 6-inch I-Step running boards in black, available for all 2010 and newer Ram 2500 crew cabs. Now the I-Step boards that we have here today will be one of the most affordable full stainless running boards on the site for your HD that will also deliver a very low-key, discreet look with plenty of footing thanks to the 6 inches of width. All right guys, let's start off with our features block because there really is a lot to like here with the I-Steps. Let's start off with that affordable quality stainless construction. Now most of your more budget friendly or affordable steps in the category typically pack a carbon steel build. Definitely a tough material, no denying that, but it is more prone to corrosion over the years. That is not the case here with the I-Steps and their full stainless construction. Stainless, a really good material that is less susceptible to corrosion long term. Now I'm also a big fan of the appearance of these particular steps as they look like they could have been a factory edition or a factory installed part. A lot of times in the category, steps, Nerf bars, things like that can look very modified or maybe a little too much for some truck owners. That again is not the case here, very much a factory inspired running board. I also really dig the footing here, right? That should not get overlooked. Running board primarily offers unparalleled footing from tip to tip. That is the case here. Again, entire length of the cab, 6 inches wide, and you're getting some nice traction surface. Now getting into the construction of the I-Step boards, again, they will feature that durable stainless steel material that we talked about earlier, 6 inches in width, again, from tip to tip. And they are finished in what I would say kind of like a lightly textured satin black powder coat. Now again, the boards do feature a raised non-slip traction surface here, again, from tip to tip, and they can support upwards of 300 pounds per side without flexing. As an added bonus, guys, that width of the running boards kind of act as like a barrier, if you will, to protect your truck against door dings in the parking lot, as a lot of times a swung open door without care will catch the running board first before it smokes your truck. So again, that's kind of like an unspoken benefit here with a wide running board such as this. Now let's move into pricing, and the I-Steps are gonna come in around that mid to high $200 price point. Again, this isn't necessarily the most affordable board overall on the site. However, they are one of the most affordable to deliver that quality stainless steel build when compared to others. So regardless, you just kind of weigh your options here on the site. You do have a lot in the same price point. Keep an eye on those materials. Again, not everything's gonna deliver that full stainless at this low of a price point overall. Now moving into the installation, site's gonna go solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, taking you about 3 hours at absolute most to complete from start to finish. This one really isn't that difficult, guys. And to prove that to you, let's throw it out to the shop right now for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you need a ratchet, a 13 and 10 millimeter socket, and a 13 and 10 millimeter wrench. All right, today we're gonna be installing some side steps on our Ram, so let's get started. So we're gonna start out underneath the truck in the front on the driver's side. Since we do not have threaded holes in our body, we are going to put our bolt plate in. We're going to take one of our black bolts, thread that in. We're going to feed that into the bigger hole. Just work it so the stud comes out this lower one. It's a little tricky, it's going to take your time. So we're going to unthread this bolt here. You just put that through here just to help hold it in place. But on the stud here, we're going to get our plastic retainer. Just push that through so it holds the bolt in place. Unthread this and we can get our bracket over our stud here. So it's going to go like so. We're going to get that bolt that we just threaded through and put a flat washer on it and line up through our bracket. Now that's held in place. Now that's held in place, you can grab a flat washer and a nut and put it on the other side. And that will hold everything in place so we can get our secondary bracket on. So we're gonna get our bracket in place. We have our bolt with a flat washer. And put that through. Put another flat washer on the back side. And then we have a locking nut we're gonna put on. And then for the other two holes, We have our smaller M6 bolt with a flat washer. We're going to go through the front side through these 2 holes in the body. On the back side, flat washer and locking nut. Same thing for the other hole. Now that we have everything loosely assembled, we can tighten it down. We're going to start down here and just tighten the 2 brackets together with our ratchet 13mm socket and a 13mm wrench. And then we're going to come up to our top 2 13mm bolts here, tighten those down. All right, so we're gonna come to our other smaller bolts. So we have our ratchet and 10mm socket and 10mm wrench, and tighten those 2 down. Now that we have this bracket secured, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other 2 brackets on this side. So then we're gonna get our steps, and we're just gonna let them rest on our bracket. Then we're gonna go underneath and install our securing brackets with our supplied hardware. All right, so now we're gonna get our brackets on that go underneath. So we have our studs that we're gonna put through like so. And then our bracket, you'll just give it a slight turn in and it will lock in underneath. Just gonna raise it up a little bit and let the studs fall through. And then we can get our flat washer and locking nut on the studs. Then we're gonna grab our ratchet and 13mm socket and tighten these 2 down. Before you do that, I suggest getting the other 2 mounting points in, just so you can lift this up. It makes it a little bit easier. And also you wanna be able to adjust forward and back or in and out. We already did that all off camera, so we're ready to tighten these down. Now that this bracket is tight, you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other 2 on this side, and repeat all those same steps for the truck on the other side. And that wraps up our install of our 6-inch I-Step running boards, colored black for our 2010 and newer Ram 2500 Crew Cab. And remember, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.